Hello everybody, it's Troping Videos on the Jimmy Master Animatronics, and what I have for review today is the Spirit Halloween Limiting Zombie Boy made by Tekky Toys. This actually is the 2013 model. He was in the Asylum's theme in 2013, and yeah, this is one that the face looks different on every one of them. Like, you'll never see one where the face that looks the same, really. Actually, his face used to be more squished than this, as far as I can remember. But anyways, in 2014, I feel like their eyes were like more bulgy. Like the 2013 just was definitely more detailed and like really gory and like just scary looking, whereas the 2014 one was just silly looking. Like it was just the eyes were bulgy. They kind of puffed out, and it looked weird. Um, the only thing about these are, it's basically a male version of Rosemary without the lunging action, though. And this is actually, I think, the first Tekky one where they did the metal base and a seasonal vision style, but there's not much setup. You just put the shoes on, and then you slip the guy on the base. That's literally it. His box was this big, literally. It was a big box. In 2013, I think we only had 3 of these the whole season. And then in 2014, we had a lot of them. Also, this part right here comes out, but I don't think it's intended to. But yeah. Also, this one's wires had ripped off for the head to turn side to side, so I did have to fix that the other day. Let's see, where can you see it? See where I taped it and soldered it back together. Yeah, this one also no longer works with batteries, just the adapter. It has a timer. This was the only one that year where they put a timer in, and then they stopped doing timers in general. It's sound and motion activated, but it goes every 3 minutes otherwise if it doesn't sense that. But of course, I clipped the sound sensor wire because, again, I like these just timer, because again, if they are using 2 sensors, they just activate too much. They overplay and then they break quicker. They actually last longer just going off of a timer. So that's why I prefer that way. This was also the first year they did these kind of step pad hookups, and this one does work with the try me button if you use that. There's a wire harness there. The volume control is right here. A lot of people didn't know that the first year they came out and thought the sound was broken. Mr. Spooktician, yeah, he pointed that out. He did a review of this when it first came out. Same with Rosemary. I know it's nostalgic. I watch the Rosemary one all the time still. The common issue with these is that there's wires that go up into the head, and when it tilts down, it's just like Gruesome Granny. The wires eventually pull off for the moving mouth and the light up eyes. That happened for our 2013 one. The eyes went up first, and then the mouth stopped working. Same thing in 2014. And also, there's relay switches for the head, and one of the wires is off, but I don't care because it actually turns in extra time, which I actually like it that way. Because, I mean, the relay switches for the head are just there to make it look straight, make sure it looks straight all the time, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, because at the end of the activation, once its activation is done, it turns its head in extra time just because of the relay switch wires off, which I like it more. And that actually happened with both of our displays. They came off within like the first week of being open. It wasn't really needed. The head didn't need a relay switch. They never used to before 2013. Like Rosemary doesn't have a relay switch in her head turning. Demonica doesn't. It's just something silly that they added that I just a function that's not needed. There's actually relay switches for the levers too that bend up and down. So I guess that's why these levers on these never break. Whereas like the Howler and those, they break. The shaft keeps trying to spin it when the head tilts back, so it eventually splits the plastic. Whereas this, it hits the relay switch, so the motor doesn't keep trying. So that's why you never see these ones broken as much. Same with Rosemary. Like, she doesn't have that, and she always breaks to where her head will want to stay down, and it really smashes into the brain. So then it doesn't lift up enough, and you have to, yeah. So basically that did help a little bit. So yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much all I've got to say about it, really. And as Mr. Spooktition pointed out, his arms are not posable. I mean, some seasonal vision things you can bend the arms. I haven't really tried with this, but you can definitely easily snap it though, because you can see this is already like kind of loose in a way. They will snap easily if you try. Did I plug in the right adapter? No, I didn't. I plugged in one that is not even plugged in. Just a minute, these are annoying. I always put him on our in our playground display. I always put him in the top of the like tunnel. So yeah, I always have the possessed props on that side. I look at these as kind of like, well, he's definitely a zombie, but Rosemary to me is like more of a possessed girl because she has all that scars and shit. But yeah, here we go. See his head reset since the relay switch. Yeah. Oh yeah. I believe retail price for this guy at Spirit was $250. Wait, no. I'm sorry, it was 150, not 200. Oh my god, that would be a lot. It was 150, sorry. Because Rosemary, the first year she came out, she was 140 actually. Then the second, actually I think it was 160 because I always thought that Rosemary was 2012 and was oh my god, I always thought Rosemary was $150 in 2012, but I know for sure in 2014 and 13 she was 160. And they kind of kept the price range the same, his price range the same as her. So I think he was 200, or I keep saying 200, 160. Motion sensors right there. See, our display ones, his face was like more skinny-ish than this one. Again, they all look different. Anyways, so that's pretty much it. So I hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching, and bye.